Are we back, Jake? Hey, what happened to the music, Jake? You usually fade it down nice.
That was my fault.
Jake's filling it for Andy Fiore. Yeah, he's a vet, by the way. Iraq, fucking Afghanistan.
I went to we went to a Japan.
You and I went to Japan together. Robert Kelly, that's the voice of the fucking very funny Robert Kelly, who just scared the shit out of me right before the first segment ended. There's a banging on my door, and I couldn't see because of a reflection of the light.
Yeah. And
then all of a sudden I saw those glasses.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Thought Louis was coming to hide out.
Thought Harry Carey, fucking ghost, was going to... And he's here. You can see Bobby tomorrow night, folks, at the 23rd Comics Come Home at the TD Garden in Boston.
Yep.
And you can hear him on You Know What, Dude podcast on Riotcast Network. Hit him up at Robert. Oh, also, Hot Comedy Club, December 13th, which is a Wednesday night.
Wednesday night at the Ridge Hill. Ridge Hill Mall.
Ridge Hill Mall.
Which I'm doing because you've done.
Yes, I've done it a few times.
And you said you love it.
Well, it's a nice place to work out stuff, yes.
Great.
Absolutely.
Excited.
And hit him up at robertkellylive.com and at Robert Kelly for his diet tips and all that other shit. What's up, fella?
Intermittent dieting. 8 on, 16 off.
What does that mean?
That's what I'm doing.
8 on, 16 off.
8 hours eating.
Then 16 on?
Off.
Yeah, but when you say 8 hours eating, steady?
From...
Well, I don't, 8 hours straight?
Yeah, I just sit in front. I put all my food into a bucket and I just sit there.
You get up at, let's say, 8 in the morning because you got a kid or whatever,
yep.
And you can eat till like 5 is what you're telling me.
Well, I don't eat until around 11:30. Then I eat until like 9.
Does that include pussy and small kid?
No, pussy's extra. Okay. That's actually fat-free.
Well, it depends.
Yeah.
I used to know a girl who put cake frosting on it. Have you heard of Rosie O'Donnell? Hey,
that's the sound it makes, too, when it goes in.
What's your opinion here? I got a bunch of calls because the first segment I like to bring in on this situation. We're talking about Al Franken. You heard the whole sexual harassment thing. What's your take on it? I mean, he's a defender of women's rights like most guys on the left, aren't he? He's a fucking dirty hypocrite like the rest of them.
It's funny how this is all coming back to, bite them in the ass. It's like you programmed this robot, this computer, to act a certain way. And this is what you do.
You're talking about women, right?
No. and now, anything. Sylvester Stallone today. They try. This is what I love.
We're gonna get to him.
Yeah, so it's. I mean, look, I was talking to my wife about it. I was inappropriate with my wife. I took my dick out on a rock in Marblehead. Took it out. First date, first night. Didn't ask. Now I got to look at her dumb face for the rest of my life.
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
So it works out
First of all,
sometimes.
That's not what hooked her. I don't believe that for a second.
Come on, 6.5.
But you took it out to have sex with her.
No, I took it out just to have her touch it.
Okay, but you asked?
Kinda, not really. I just that was my thing.
Jesus, get out of my house. Get him the fuck.
I don't know.
Holy shit. Am I the only guy that has any fucking manners?
No, listen. Of course, this is the deal.
I wouldn't even take my wallet out on a first date.
Let me tell you something. This is what you do. And they set it up in children's form for us.
Yeah.
Okay? You meet a girl, you hang out, you take her out, you walk the beach, you slow look at the moon, and then you try a little kiss. And if you get a little kiss, then you can move to second base. Try. And then if you get to second base, then you go to third base.
Thank you.
And then if you go to third base, you can go home.
Thank you.
And then if you go to home, then you can put it any way you want.
Thank you, Meatloaf, for that play-by-play by the dashboard fucking light.
Yeah. You love me. Will you love me forever?
But that's not what we're talking about. Al Franken, wrote a sketch and said we have to rehearse this with a kiss in it and grabs this woman.
He went too far. You're out in Iraq. You're doing comedy. You don't think it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. You didn't think that the culture was going to change like this so fast, so abruptly. You didn't think this stuff was going to happen. Because back in the day...
is it changing for the better? I mean, some women would say yeah, but how about some women who say bullshit? They fucking like guys.
No.
I was saying earlier before you came in, started breathing like a heart attack victim into the mic. Oh, Jesus H. We got dueling pigs.
That boy is a P-I-G pig.
Would you say there's got to be women out there who love the attention of men? And I know some women like big fucking deal. He took a picture fake grabbing her tits. That used to be funny.
My mother's so mad about this Louis thing. She's so mad about my mother, hairdresser. Every woman that comes in, she talks to. Every woman that's come in is.
Wait, your mother's mad that what they're doing to Louis?
Yes.
See
She's
that?
like,
This is a different generation.
She's saying it's ridiculous.
But she ran a brothel in Medford for a few years.
2 years. That was when she divorced the second dad. We needed some cash. But look at it. She's appalled by it. She's like, this is ridiculous. What he did is not what Harvey Weinstein was accused of doing.
Well, yeah, we had that discussion.
I know. It's crazy.
This is what the left does. Same with when Trump got elected. I get thrown into the alt-right. I'm the same as a neo-Nazi.
No, of course you're not.
But that's what they do. They fucking throw a big net out there, and now you're going to be labeled as Louis no different than a rapist.
Well, this is the alt-left is way too far. The alt-right is way too far. Most of us are kind of in the center, flipping back and forth, left and right, leaning one side a little bit more than the other. But yeah, my mother, my wife, every woman I know, it doesn't make sense what happened to Louis. It doesn't make sense that every single day.
Wait a minute. Every woman first of all, that's not a true statement.
That's actually a true statement.
Well, hold on a second. You're going to tell me these female chicks, comedy chicks.
I don't know them.
You don't know them?
I don't.
I thought you did.
Buddy, I'm talking. Listen.
Like, you know Amy Schumer. She wouldn't agree with you on that.
I'm talking about the people in my life. The people that.
Well, that's not what you said. You said every girl I know.
Well, every girl I know, meaning the people that I know.
You know Amy Schumer.
I haven't.
She wouldn't agree with you on that.
Have you talked to her?
I haven't.
I didn't talk to her either.
Well, you said every woman. You know her better than I do.
She actually had a great tweet out there that she took down, but it was hilarious.
What did it say?
She said, "Oh, great! Now I have to take all of Louis' jokes that I stole out of my act." That's hilarious. That's so fucking funny. But look, comedy wins all the time.
Absolutely,
comedy wins all the time.
Let's take a call from a young lady, like I asked, Lou in Pennsylvania. Lou, what's up?
How you doing, Nick? Love you,
Good,
Bobby.
Yeah. Hi.
I don't know about young lady, but
oh, I don't know. Under 70.
Close, yeah. Getting there.
Go ahead. Your thoughts on Al Franken? I haven't even got to Stallone yet, but what do you? Can I wait a minute, Lou? That's actually relevant. How old are you? Can I ask you that because it's relevant to your opinion on this situation?
Of course. I'm 48.
Okay, so you're going to have probably a different take than a 28-year-old, right?
Oh, I hope so.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on what Franken did? Is it a big fucking deal, or the climate in general?
I think him sticking his tongue down someone's throat unwillingly is a big deal, but I think him taking a picture in the picture, he's not even touching her. It doesn't look like. I mean, it's just funny. You know, it's just silly. Yeah,
it's childish and whatnot, and that's why I have a problem with the fucking left, the feminists and the far left, the people that lead this movement. They want to take us to this cold place where men and women see the real feminists. I told you, they're real feminists for a reason. They couldn't get laid. Guys wanted nothing to do with them. Have you seen a hot feminist, Bobby Kelly? I'm asking you.
I have.
Most of the feminists I see at those marches, I wouldn't stick my thumb in. Again, that's sexist. But no, that's where their anger comes towards men. Then they turn it into a cause. And I think there's a lot of girls like Lou on the phone here who, she's not extreme either way. She doesn't want a guy forcing a tongue down her throat, but she doesn't want to be ignored completely. Right, Lou?
That's exactly right. I mean,
I don't think sticking your tongue down somebody's throat, especially that type of person who definitely wouldn't want it, he should be, fucked for that, or he should have to deal with that consequence because he did it. And
it was in a sketch he wrote.
Right, if whatever, you can't, you know what I mean. That you should be more sensitive to, that you're going to do something with somebody in a sketch, in a comedy scene. Usually, you're more sensitive to that. But
Lou, let me ask you your opinion on what happened with Louis. Is he unfairly being smeared along with the Harvey Weinstein in the world? Or?
I definitely think that. I don't think what he did was anywhere near what Weinstein or a couple of them are being accused of. And I don't know this whole Stallone thing. I think there's something to do with a young, like a 16-year-old. But all that stuff's a lot different. I mean, if someone says to me, "Hey, can I masturbate in front of you," or whatever you're going to say, I'll either say yes or no, depending on my mood, depends. But I mean, I'm not.
That's an honest answer.
It's true. I mean, and you either walk out or you don't. I mean, I'm not in that business. I don't know what it's like. I don't know anything about how to deal with that stuff. But I mean, if someone did that and I didn't want them to do it, I would leave. I wouldn't put myself in that position to begin with. So it's a little hard to understand.
100 years. But
She said she'd be out of work if she ever.
let me ask you one question,
Yeah.
just to play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we've evolved. A lot of things have changed in the last 100 years, as far as women, men, race, blah, blah, blah. Now, we're changing into a different society with women, the way we treat women. My kid is not going to treat women the way I treated women. Okay? I'm going to raise him with better values than I was given. But I don't blame myself for having those values. I don't blame myself for being raised in a different generation with different values. But look you don't do the things that I did now.
But there's a lot. No, I know, but you would be an exception. There's a lot of guys your age who didn't do that horrible shit.
Right.
We're making it sound like your whole generation was a bunch of freaks and we all did that type of shit.
Well, look, porn and jerking off to magazines, and I didn't have somebody teach me about the birds and the bees. You learned it from your friends or magazines or porn or blah 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 or movies.
Yeah, but
you
now
know, watch Porky's. The guys were in the
Okay.
shower watching the girls shower through a hole,
Right.
And then they stuck their dicks through the hole.
Right.
That was perfectly fine to put in a movie, and kids could watch it, or young adults could go
Yeah.
see it, and that was comedy. You could never make that movie today.
Well, is that? But you're saying that's progress.
you could do it
You
the-
calling that progress? I call it shitty parenting. You should be able to make that movie and say to your kid, "Don't ever fucking do that." You know that's a movie.
Right.
Lou,
Well-
Lou, your thoughts on Glory Holes?
No, Glory. My thoughts on Glory. To each his own, I guess. You know, it depends. I don't know. I mean, Bobby's right, because I mean, back in the day, you know, the whole women places in the kitchen type of deal, you know, that's changed to. I know, Nick, you hate this, but I mean, you know, more feminist, and I'm not a feminist in that sense. I mean, you know, I think everyone should have an opportunity to do whatever they want to do, but yeah, it is changing, and Bobby's right. I mean, you're going to definitely teach your kids different than what we were taught. I mean, and that's the hard part. I mean, we think, okay, I was raised like this, then that's the cool way to be, and I'm sorry.
You were scared.
I didn't hear that. Finish that thought.
Oh, I just said you're going to, you know, I think the stuff that I went through, some of it was fun. I mean, it was just being silly and it wouldn't be accepted today. But I mean, I've gotten dick.
Can you tell that to us real slow?
I don't really care. It's not a big deal. What's that?
I know there's no sense of humor today. Louis was quoted as
Right,
saying
right.
feminists are the arch enemy of comedians because they can't take a joke, whatever the intent is. I forget the wording, but that's exactly right. I'm talking about a real modern day feminist.
Back in the day, you were.
Thank you, Lou, for the call. By the way, and it's nice to have a woman weigh in.
Back in the day, you were actually more scared to have raise a girl, to what would happen to her. I'm actually more scared
About the guy
raising
today.
my son now,
That
because
makes-
I'm like, what's going to happen to him?
Is he going to be falsely accused?
What's going to happen?
if he looks at somebody wrong?
Or says says anything anywhere on Twitter or where,
Yeah.
or fucks off and tries to
Yeah.
make a joke. I mean, it is getting weird. But you know, I think that we are the defenders of this. I think,
Well, you're defending free speech.
but we're doing it too in making people laugh. You know, so when you can make a girl laugh, when you can make a person laugh, it actually makes you feel good. Who was that? Jamie Kilstein was just
Well, hold on. Let me finish that. There's an old saying: if you can make a girl laugh, you can make her do anything. You ever hear that?
No.
Exactly why I get into comedy, and it's such bullshit. I'll tell you, I'm fucking jerked off, and somebody La Quinta ends. It's unbelievable.
You're a damn terrorist. All right, just get
Yeah. I'm so glad that I'm married and I don't have to ever use my penis again.
It just wilts on the vine.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm okay with that. Let it wilt on the vine. I jerk off every couple of weeks when I'm on the road, and I muster up some courage.
Oh goodness, you hear that, people out there? That's Robert Kelly talking.
If I get a nice walk-in shower without the tub, put my leg up on a bench.
Let's go to Jay in Tula Vista. Hey, Jay, what's happening?
How you doing, Nick? How you feeling, buddy?
Pretty good, thank you. I'm sitting on a giant donut pillow thing. I've been in the hot tub 4 times today and making a nice shit stew. You're on with Robert Kelly. Say hi to Robert.
Robert, Mr. Kelly, how are you, sir?
Hi, pal. How you doing? Toot your horn on your truck
All
for
right,
me, would you?
man. Yeah, it's a little pussy horn, but, there you go.
What, do you want a bike? You on a bike with you on a bike with a fucking Chihuahua in a basket?
No, they made them take the horns out of the trucks. They were too offensive and loud. They were too masculine.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's exactly right. Hey, listen, all I got to say is let the liberals rape the liberals. We sit back and let them rape each other out of existence, and, we live our life. You know what I mean? There you go. Have a nice night, fellas.
All right, thanks. I kind of like that. I agree.
I don't know, though, because I think that it's time. I'm glad that it's happening to liberals. I'm glad that it's happening to people like that, because maybe now we could get together, the sane people, and be like, look, this is enough. We have to stop. As the majority, we can get together, right and left, which is the majority, not the far and the far right, far left, and say, look, it's enough. Stop it.
But it's the far left where all this silliness is coming from. Yep. All the politically correct horseshit that you're worried about your son not being able to say shit, that comes from the fucking left.
Right.
And that's what they want. They want a world, their worldview and impose it on you. That's why I could never fucking vote that way. I'm tired of it. They they want to tell you how to live, how your son to live, how he should talk to a girl. I mean, fucking, it's overwhelming. It's, and you're right. Most of us are in between.
But I think we are evolving. Look, guys like Harvey Weinstein, that type of shit won't happen again. Or, you know what I mean? Which is not a bad thing.
No,
that's a good thing. So there's nuances to all this stuff that people don't like to talk about. They read something and then they just take it.
I know, but they take the Harvey Weinsteins and they lump you in with them.
They lump
everybody else
with that.
So they can control you, these motherfuckers.
Right. That's what happened.
Am I right, Jake?
That's what happened at the table, too.
Absolutely.
I tried to take down the Cellar table and lumping in with Harvey Weinstein and all this other shit. And it's like white men are bad. White men are
that was
shitty.
a gay comedian who couldn't get on at the fucking Cellar.
Well, Noam did a podcast with him.
Yeah, I know.
And did you listen to it?
I've heard.
It was amazing.
What do you mean? Since he made the comments?
He came down. It's up right now.
No, I haven't heard it.
On the internet right now.
I was busy watching Nat Geo tracking a black bear.
It's out right now. It's on his Riotcast right now.
Yeah.
Listen.
I don't. Go ahead.
He sat down with the guy. That's why I love Noam. Noam got his thoughts together. He's a lawyer. People don't know that.
Went to UPenn, and then the kid didn't have a chance with this emotional faggotry.
Well, he went down, and they actually had dialogue about it. But they had, this is the greatest part, they had Modi, Rick Chrome.
Those are gay guys, by the way, he's naming.
They had Keith Robinson, Rich Voss.
Except for him.
Adrian Napolucci. They had girl comics. They had gay comics.
Oh, great.
And they were sitting there going, it's like, Rick was like, what about me? You can't. I've been here since the beginning.
And been treated like gold. Rick Cron, and
the face of the Comedy Cellar for 7 years. The number one comic at the Cellar in his day for 7 years was a gay comic.
Modi?
No. But they had a very spirited debate, and Noam had great points. He actually said, I don't care about culture. I don't care if you're a woman. And then there was a woman comic there, and he was like, would you, if I hired you just because you're a woman, don't you feel better that I hired you because you're funny, and you know that the only reason you're here is because you're funny, not because you're a woman, because I don't care about that. And she was like, yeah, you're right. That makes me feel, you're right. I would rather be here because I'm funny than because you had to have me here because I'm a woman or I'm black or I'm gay.
But this Lindy Westbroad who wrote an article why men aren't funny yesterday. She writes about fat acceptance and shit. She's an ugly broad, but well,
I know about fat acceptance.
Defendant of feminist horseshit, and her whole thing was there's too many straight white men in power running comedy, and they have to be replaced with people of color, LGBT. Nothing to do with merit whatsoever. Her argument's exactly against Noam's. That's why I can't stand the fucking. Let's take another call. They came in a hurry here. Let's talk to Bob in Illinois. Bob, what's happening?
Hey, it's about time. Hey, what's up, Nick? What's up, Bobby?
It's about time. What the fuck is your problem? I should cut you off right now, Bob. There's 1,000 people waiting. You pushy motherfucker.
I just want to say, hey, Bobby, how's little Maxie doing?
Max is doing awesome right now. He's 4.5. It's getting a little.
That was the big question you were in a hurry to get onto?
Oh, can I tell him?
I was waiting when he started banging on the door.
Max is doing great. Thank you for asking, sir.
He touched the people in the sandbox today.
No, he didn't. Don't even speak.
Well, you treat him like you treat him how to treat a woman, so he don't have to go through this shit when he gets older.
That's right.
But anyway, Nick, the politicians and that, it happened before he became a politician.
Yes.
I don't like Al Franken. I don't think what he did, it was kind of creepy, though, when she was sleeping and he did it.
He's not even touching her there. I mean, he's taking a fake picture. I think I've done that to a fat guy, actually. But
nothing's going to happen to him.
He didn't do anything when she was sleeping. It was a fake pair. His hands weren't even on her chest, I don't think.
I know, but it was still kind of creepy. It just still was kind of creepy.
It's what a guy would do. You're a comic.
Well,
I mean, it's come on. You're using like feminist standards. How creepy is that? We've fucking done that at parties before, haven't we? No? Maybe.
I'm not saying he did anything wrong. I'm just saying when you see the picture when she's sleeping, if you were there live when it was happening, it wouldn't be as bad.
Yeah, I
guess. But nothing's going to happen to him. I don't think what he did was he should be expelled from.
You bullied him out of his opinion. I love that.
I made a good point because we've all done shit like that.
I have 3 daughters too, so I mean, I wouldn't want some guy doing that to them.
Yeah,
but no, I mean, I don't think it's nothing to get him fired from his job. But what pisses me off more is that they go and say all this shit. Well, you should treat women better, and all this shit, and then they go out and do it. Another thing too, I feel bad for the victims, but if they don't want this to happen to somebody else, why don't they come out and say something sooner?
Who are you talking about? In general, you mean, with these cases?
In general, yeah, in general. Why didn't they come out? Because now they know if he did it to them, he's probably going to do it to somebody else.
Well, they say they don't come out for a lot of reasons. First, they don't want to be humiliated, number one.
Yeah.
Then they could lose their job, number two. There's like a myriad of reasons.
You don't know what to do in these situations. Still, look, I was telling Colin a story about the time I did my 4-step in AA with a priest friend of mine who I really admired. And at the end of it, he wet kissed me on the neck. And I froze. I didn't know what to say. I didn't go, don't do that. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't say anything. And
how about slapping him across the face?
Exactly. But you think you'd do that, but I didn't.
Well, maybe you liked it.
I didn't. But I have that for the rest of my life. I have that shit memory of that something that should have been epic in my life, a 4-step in AA.
Oh,
now I just remember a wet kiss from this priest.
Well, the guy's got good taste. I'll say that much.
I was hot back then.
Hey, thank you for the call, Bob. I gotta.
Hey, no problem, Nick. This is for you, buddy.
You got it.
Nice.
That fucking horn.
Love that horn.
Oh my God, it's like Dorothy pedaling through Kansas.
You love truckers.
I want to thank Keith Romano real quick, contributing to the Nick DiPaolo podcast. If you want to subscribe to the podcast, go to connectpal.com/Nick, connectpal.com/Nick, $3.99 a month. It breaks down to like 28 cents a show. 5 shows a week. One of them's free on riotcast.com and iTunes.
Yes.
So thank you, Keith Romano. He's a heavy hitter. Big money. And we appreciate that. Let's take a break. Come back. We can get into the Stallone story.
Ooh.
It's because that's more salacious and what people like when you're on the radio. So let's take a break. 866-969-1969. Sit tight, kids.
I have no fame.
He is pretty fucking gross.
But
there is a police report. So, yeah.
For the apocalypse that's coming.
Real bankers, not just a...
Now.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back on a Thursday. Hour number 2. Robert Kelly is in the house. Got here early, which I love. Go see him tomorrow night. And boy, I saw him last year. I was there last year, wasn't I? Was that last year?
Oh, you were there. Oh, you were there. I'm a white fucking male and proud of it. Fuck you, you cocksuckers and that fat ankle cunt. I think that was it, right?
And that what cunt?
Fat ankled cunt?
No. See, I love how you put that out there, totally out of context. I followed Wanda Sykes, who did her I hate fucking whitey fucking shit, and then I rebutted. So let's not make me be the asshole there. Bobby Kelly, don't go see him tomorrow.
Fuck you. Go see me, you fucking
Comics Come Home, 23, by the way, at the TD Garden. And he went on last year. And I'm telling you, that's not an easy lineup to follow.
I was shitting my pants.
Yeah, well, you know what? You shook the rafters, and I'm telling you, he'll be worth the price of admission. And you know what, dude? Podcast, you guys know about him, Riotcast.
You know what, dude?
And RobertKellyLive.com for his dates and all that other horse shit. Hit him up at Robert Kelly. Yep. And you can see him at Hot Comedy Club at the
Ridge Hill Mall
in Yonkers, December 13th, which is a Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm going to do a show, and then I'm going to go to Dick's Sporting Good and buy a tent. For the apocalypse that's coming. The apocalypse. It's coming. I got a buck knife on me, and I got waterproof matches.
Let's go to Bill in Los Angeles. Has a question for Robert Kelly, and then we'll move on to Stallone. My fingers. Go ahead.
It's good.
Hey, what's going on, Nick?
Hey, what's happening?
Uh-oh.
He's a regular. Say hi to Robert. Bill? Bill?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, Bobby, you're really into the tech stuff, right?
Yes, I am, sir.
Well, I was wondering, dude, should I go with the iPhone XS, dude, or should I stick with the Samsung Galaxy, get the Autobox? Boom, you're all set, dude.
I would not, right now, my opinion, God, it was...
He's a fag.
Do not go for the iPhone X. Stay with Galaxy, whatever cookie ice cream, fucking Cracker Jack system you have to use. Use that. Do not get the iPhone X yet.
Oh, okay, cool. I was actually thinking about upgrading into it after the new year. But all right, cool. Thank you, guys.
You got it, Billy. Go with it. I'd say go with the X.
Don't say
Nice.
Just saying that.
Go with that X. I got it. Let me tell you. You make popcorn on it. It'll grab a woman's tits. Nobody will say anything.
Dude, we're doing this podcast by a lantern. We're in the woods. He knows nothing about tech.
How about...
He's doing this on a flip phone.
Oh.
Yeah. Thanks for the coffee.
How about... you want coffee?
No. Literally in your house. I should have had a roast beef sandwich or something. What the fuck?
No. This is 8 hours off, 12 on. You're off right now. Whatever the fuck you're talking about. Stallone was accused of sexually assaulting a 16-year-old fan. Back while he was filming Over the Top in Las Vegas in 1986. I think he should be in more hot water for the movie.
The movie was terrible when his nose started bleeding.
The actor was 40 years old at the time, met a teenager while he's filming, and his bodyguard gave the girl the keys to the room. Stallone allegedly had sex with the girl, telling her she was very tight before asking the minor if she ever had sex with two men. The girl claimed Stallone's bodyguard, Michael DeLuca, was in the bathroom until Stallone brought him out, forced her to give him oral sex. After performing oral sex on DeLuca for some time, the teen claims he penetrated her while she was made to perform oral sex on Stallone. The teen told police she became very uncomfortable when DeLuca joined in on the sexual encounter, but said she felt she had no choice in the matter. She's 16, by the way. This is alleged. Afterwards, the teen claimed Stallone said she couldn't tell anyone because both men were married, and if she said anything, they'd have to beat her head in. And they both laughed. Police said she decided not to press charges against the men because she was scared and humiliated. And it gets into real, sort of details. Jesus. He's denying it tonight, but she goes into such detail, and they have a police report, the actual report that was filed. She didn't prosecute because she was, scared shitless at the time.
Look, so man, that scares the shit out of me.
I know. That's a horrible story.
16-year-old girl.
But do we know it's true?
I mean, it's alleged. Yeah, you can't. I mean, you can't.
But there is a police report. So doesn't that?
But we're forgetting about I thought that it's like when people say something now,
right?
You take everything away now instead of taking away after he's convicted. I don't even know if he can be because statute of limitations or whatever.
Right.
But it's like, I mean, that's a terrible story. And if a 16-year-old girl has a father and a mother somewhere, and to know that fucking Balboa is, forcing her to do shit with a security, I mean, it's terrible.
She went up to the room. And I'm not defending any of the shit that went on, but she went up to the room. The guy gave her keys. They met the night before. Stallone gave her friend the kiss on the cheek, and then asked her how old she was and how she got a body like that, and And it really is pretty fucking grotesque. Yeah. But what bothers me, they have a copy of the police report and shit, which and she was sobbing and fucking, in horrible shape emotionally while she was reporting it. So
it's terrible. That's terrible. To me, that's fucking terrible. If that winds up being true, it's like, dude, Jesus Christ. And this is what bothers me too, Nick. I have no fame. I don't have money. Most of my life I've been struggling trying to do this shit. And I got girls. I got laid. I don't understand how these guys have all the money in the world, have all this, and they still have to pull these fucking tactics. Go get a chick. Just go meet a fucking regular girl. I don't understand it. Why do you got to get nuanced to get a 16-year-old girl?
Well, they didn't, but that's it.
Allegedly.
No, but the girl was the aggressor in this case. She fucking went up to the room the next night after the guy gave her keys and shit.
Yeah, but if you say if she's 16, if she's
she didn't. First of all, she don't look 16, and I'm again not defending these guys. I'm just saying.
Do you have a picture of what she looked like back then?
Well, no, but you can tell by.
Look, she had a lollipop in a backpack.
No, she didn't. Stallone goes, where'd you get a build like that? I'm guessing she looked like she was 21. She might even told him she was 21. Who the fuck knows? Again, not defending it. You're absolutely right. Yeah. But, Stallone says tonight it never happened. A teen accused Rocky Star of forcing a threesome. This is ridiculous, categorically false story. A spokesman for Stallone, Michelle Bega, said in a statement. No one was ever aware of this story until it was published today, including Mr. Stallone. At no time was Mr. Stallone ever contacted by any authorities or anyone else regarding this matter. Well, I can answer that because she didn't prosecute.
Yep.
She didn't bring charges.
Right.
That's why this story got crushed. And he had a half-sister? Did you hear about that? Stallone had a half-sister who accused him of sexually assaulting her for years.
Well, they're Italian. Isn't that legal? Oh, that's Greeks. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I just made that up.
I know what you did. You're a damn predator.
So, I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
But see, we're talking about different Kate. Now you got Al Franken, right, writing a sketch where he sticks his wanting to rehearse with a beautiful girl, stick his tongue in her mouth. Now you got this. This is way more brutal. Different
things, but both. One is look, it's still inappropriate. Al is inappropriate, and here's the deal. When was the Al thing? How many years ago was that?
2006.
Wow,
he wasn't a senator yet.
That's a long time ago.
That's 11 years ago. So yeah.
And did she say something back then too? But here's the thing: I
don't think she did. But
to have these conversations is so delicate because if you say, "Did she say something?" Well, why does she need to say something? I don't know because it's like.
Well, no, I know.
It's like people evolve. I was in jail. I was a piece of shit. I robbed people, but I evolved into it. But I was a piece of shit. I was misogynistic. I'm a good dad now, a good husband. I'm a good son. I've evolved over the last 40 years. I've become a better human being through knowing better people. And I'm still that, yes. But, that wasn't you. I thought that was you. But I think, you can't put that in there. Like that can't be in there like that. Like Louis is a different person now that he's he's one of the most beautiful fathers I've ever met. On the
I know
planet.
people. We know him. I know it's like compartmentalized. This is again not defending what he did. If he did it to somebody I know, it would fucking upset me greatly and shit. But that is not in the same category as Stallone allegedly double teaming a 16-year-old or Harvey Weinstein.
No, you're right. It's not.
But it's all getting thrown into the same pool. Because now it's bigger than, and I've been saying this for the last 3 nights, it's bigger than Hollywood, it's bigger than the sports, it's feminists versus men, the gender itself. Jesus Christ.
It's so funny, dude. All white men, we're not fucking assholes. I know.
Well, they're not saying all white men.
Well, that's what I read, white men.
Well, those are the guys that are in power, but Jesus Christ, I'm sure the black girls have a lot of stories. Just looking at Patrice's fucking phone when he got back from Rio de Janeiro.
God, do I wish he was alive right now.
Oh, yeah, he'd weigh in.
Yeah, he would. Around 350. Nothing? All right. It's my weight.
What did Keith have to say about the whole...
God damn it. What the fuck? No, oh, sorry.
Come on, man.
He actually brought up, it's like, look, man, Wanda is, he was about the Cellar.
Yeah.
He was like, Wanda's gay, she's black, and she works at this club. Loves this club.
Gay and black.
The person who books it is a woman. All the managers are women. The only person that's a man is the guy who owns it.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody underneath him is a woman.
They don't want.
And he was like, well, actually, Wanda is the producer of his show on True TV. And then Keith was like, yeah, she's my best friend. We came here together. She got in here before me.
Right.
She's the one who got me in the club.
It's a ridiculous charge. I sat there for 20-something years at that table, okay? Fucking, come on, next to Judy Gold, next to fucking Wanda, next to, whoever.
Rick Chrome, Jim Dave.
And these are no secrets that they would.
It was so funny, though. He kept outing people.
Who did?
Keith,
come on, Modi. Say something, man.
He had a bleep we had to bleep it all out of the park. He's like, he's gay, and they're like, he's not out yet, and he's gay. You start. Actually, Guy was like, please stop outing people, which was pretty funny. But the one thing that happened in that podcast, Guy, all the people at the table know him. They was still funny. It was even at the serious topic, they still laughed.
Yeah, because
they still.
Yeah, that's how to do it.
It's what we do.
Yeah, that's how you solve.
Yeah.
You got to keep it light, and that's not what feminists do. I'll tell you that. Fucking.
Why do you have to say light? Why can't it be darker?
Well, let's keep it mocha. Let's go to Mike in South Carolina. Sexual harassment and Mike Pence. What's the deal there?
Oh boy,
fill me in, Mike.
I'll fill you in. I was just going to say, remember a couple of months ago when he made that statement about him not being in a room alone with another woman unless his wife was with him, and how he got joked on and railed on there. I guess he doesn't look that stupid now, does he?
Yes. It's a great point.
Yeah, I think he kind of knew what's going on in that environment for years and said, hey, I got to cover my ass, you know? Yeah,
that's a great point. But you remember Henry Kissinger going, the greatest aphrodisiac is power. And so we know this fucking... Go ahead.
Yeah, the other thing I was going to say is, you know, they railed on O'Reilly, and not to say that he wasn't a culprit or anything, but you saw that came out today about the $15 million in settlements that the Congress made over the last several years and sexual harassment claims and issues there too. But I don't hear a peep about that from other news outlets about that. That's just
of course
what Fox is doing.
Yeah, no, exactly right. There's so much hypocrisy, and that creep list is gonna grow by leaps and fucking bounds.
And the last thing is that Louis C.K. movie, I Love You, Daddy, is never going to see the light of day, unfortunately.
Well, I just saw it today. It's terrific.
Did you?
I was at the Low Cineplex right across the street. No. Actually, you're probably right.
Too soon?
Yeah. No, exactly.
There's a reviewer.
Thank you, Mike. Great call.
A reviewer on YouTube today actually saw the movie.
Oh yeah,
and he said, you know,
it's a good. They liked it. The critics liked it.
Said it was a great movie, and it actually revealed a lot. And he said that although that we're actually better off that people like Harvey Weinstein will never have to deal with again. We're not better off that we won't get to see this movie. And we won't see other stuff from Louis. So he was like,
but
it's
we
a shame.
Will. I think
we
will.
Absolutely we will.
Well, he's
absolutely
too creative, too smart. He'll put it all into perspective. And the other thing is, I said it last night, when you're a stand-up comedian, when you're just an actor and your career gets blown up, that's one thing. When you're a stand-up, you can go outside the parameters of Hollywood and go, I'm performing so-and-so tomorrow night at this venue. And people are going to show up because they want to hear what you have to say about...
And if anybody changed television... Changed it for comics, especially where we didn't have to go on and do this hokey horse shit in front of this live studio audience, where everybody was safe. And he was the guy who said, "I'm just going to go up and be creepy, fucked up me on TV, one camera shoot." And now everybody does that. He did that.
Well, yeah, the Lindy West girl that wrote the article that's saying all men aren't fine, whatever. She did say some positive stuff about Louis, and that was part of it, that he exposed his creepy side, you know, all sides of him. And not only did morning zoo shows, guys like that, like Louis' show, so did artsy fartsy types.
Everybody did,
and everybody in between,
because he was so transparent and so real and so honest. And every show, look at all these shows that do that now. Atlanta, Better Things, Tig Show, Bridget Everett, all these shows that came out after that did the same thing. Were able to expose their lives, their tragedies, and we got to see the dark side of people, so that we're all fucked up. We all have problems. It's not fucking the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Is there somebody behind me right now? Am I about to be murdered?
No.
Why?
Not at all.
Why are you staring over my shoulder?
I'm not.
I'm scared out here. You live in the middle of fucking nowhere.
What are you talking about? You live 10 minutes from me, Chooch. Fucking sound like you're from downtown Detroit.
I had to walk over a fucking river to get here.
You're scared that you press your face against that window. You almost shit my pants. Nobody comes to that door. Fucking Harry Carey's ghost with those fucking welding goggles looking in the window.
That's a great blowjob chair. Oops, sorry.
Well, you stay, give me another good segment and we'll see what happens.
That's one thing. We haven't heard any men that have been sexual harassed by women in Hollywood.
Look, every time I take a picture, I get my ass grabbed. I'm not going to complain. It's all guys, of course. I signed the guy's tits the other night. So that was
Louis Gomez actually told the story on my podcast yesterday.
Yeah.
That he actually was sexually harassed by a agent, like legitimately. and then dumped
by a female.
Yep.
Well, now I'm losing respect for him because in my world, a guy can't be sexually harassed by a female.
Oh,
How about that?
yeah. Well,
Unless you don't like it.
You didn't see her.
Oh! If she's frightening looking, I'm going to bring charges. I'm playing it just the way the girls do.
The
girls don't mind being sexually harassed by a Brad Pitt lookalike, but fucking Al Franken, they're going to fucking bring a suit.
My mother's an agent. She's trying to finger blast you in a fucking taxi. You might go. I'm not into this.
Let's go.
Come on, Nick. Let me stick it in your rump. If I don't care about your roids, I got roids too. Looks like a bushel of grapes coming out of my asshole, like an Italian backyard.
Did you hear that?
Oops.
Napa Valley grapes.
Who said that? Who the fuck said that?
Let's go to Robert from Illinois on line 1. What's up, Robert?
Oh my God, y'all are fucking killing me tonight, man. This shit's great.
Yeah, we are some funny motherfuckers who haven't grabbed a titter ass in
you
years.
got a big dumb guinea and a fat guinea, and I fucking love you both. Jesus Christ. Fucking love it.
Well, thank you, Robert, you cocksucker. You got a question?
Yeah, you're welcome, man. Any fucking time, sir. Anytime.
Put your chicken knuckles down and toot that horn, you fat sock.
Is that what you want? You hear it? Did you hear that?
How do you know that?
Because it's fucking 9 o'clock.
So what?
They're on the road getting the shit to us that we need. Our Diet Cokes, our chicken, our eggs.
Did you say Diet Cokes?
Oh, boy.
Okay, Robert, you had a question about Stallone being in a porn movie.
But if I'm not mistaken, I saw years ago this like quick little porn clip where Stallone shows his dick, and he had this little button dick. So if he thought the girl was tight, he had to have known she was young and a virgin. You know what I mean? Like
no. I heard this guy's he's hung like a Grecian bull. I heard.
Really? The porn I saw, man, he literally had like a little, like he was hard and had a 2-inch dick.
What did you fucking freeze frame it and study it like a Zapruder film?
No, the porn did. I swear to God, didn't. This was years and years ago. Maybe it was bullshit, but I saw this thing where he's coming in and he's fucking the chick, and it freeze framed on his dick because it was basically picking on him, and he literally had like a little button dick, man, and that's why like for years I've laughed because I thought that's why he got all jacked up. Was to make up for the fact that he had nothing in his drawers.
I always heard the opposite. It's funny. I heard he was in a porn because he was, pretty well hung. I didn't know about that, but.
Well, either way, you guys are funny as fuck. I love both of you.
All right, Robert. Thank you for the call and study that film.
I love a button dick. Such a degrading word for a dick. He's got a button dick.
Got a goddamn mushroom.
I saw it.
Got a shiitake, bitch.
This guy looks like the bottom of a tree in the springtime.
866-969-1969. Talking to the very funny Robert Kelly.
It looks like somebody spit bubblegum into an afro.
The hell's that?
His little dick.
Sebastian wants to know. Sebastian from Montreal. Got a feeling I know this guy. Wants to know what Louis did wrong exactly. How are you, Sebastian?
Hello. I'm calling from Montreal, and I think you're the shit.
Thank you so much. I appreciate being the shit, eh?
Yeah,
hey, tell George St.
reading
Pierre
about the Louis C.K. story, and apparently he asked them permission to jerk off. So what exactly did he did wrong?
He didn't say Simon Says. I don't know.
No, honestly, I can't figure it out. You can't
look. It's a legitimate
consent.
No, that's a good question, Sebastian. I mean, I've actually heard somebody. Robert, you can weigh in on this since you've taken your penis out on a first date
with my wife.
If you ask permission, he asked permission.
Yeah.
Does that make it any less wrong, or wrong at all? Sebastian would like to know because he's going to be watching the Canadians in a few minutes.
I think that look. If you read the article, he did ask permission, and here's the one that I think does kind of, you go, okay, is the girl that he was on the set with, and he was like, hey, I want to do this, and he asked, and she said no.
Right.
And she was kind of like, what the fuck was that?
Right.
Okay, I understand that.
You understand in what way?
But here's the point. You
understand what?
I understand that she didn't want that. She didn't even think that, and all of a sudden, now she has to deal with, oh shit, I really like that guy, but I didn't. Now I didn't know he wanted to take me. Oh fuck, I don't want that in my head. Like the priest that kissed me on the neck. I don't want to think about that again. But now I have to every time I think of my fourth step.
Really, you can't just put that away?
Nah, I jerk off to it now. But the thing is, no, I'm kidding. I'm saying that I understand that, but he said, "I'm a creep. I'm sorry." Okay, and you don't get everything taken away from making the wrong judgment call.
But how about the case with the girls in the room? And he asked,
Absolutely
and how about
not.
the two girls that stayed and watched him finish? I have no sympathy for them.
One of those girls was me. Now here's the deal.
Oh, for the love of Christ! This is not that kind of show.
I think that look, absolutely not. It does not. I believe it does not. What happened to him does not justify it. You know.
But Sebastian is asking because he asked ahead of time.
Right.
Is there
And they
anything
said
wrong
yes.
with what? And
we don't.
Well, they didn't say yes.
But we never heard Louis' side of it too. By the way, you never knew. You
Well, you
know
never
that?
do. You don't hear the white man's side. You don't hear what the fucking.
But we don't understand
straight
what,
guy's
what
side.
led up to that. We don't know. How did you get to the room? What was said? Did they say? This is the way it comes off. Somehow they wound up. They said, "Let's go to the room," and then he just took his dick out, go fully naked, and started jerking off.
He asked him up for drinks or something after the show. He said he liked their comedy. They filled it in a little bit, and they
Okay.
went up there, and and then he fucking asked, and next thing you know, he's fucking naked.
And they said yes.
I don't know that they said yes.
See, that's the thing that you have to know.
They didn't say that in the article. They said we laughed about it, and then we couldn't believe he did it. So I don't know. Sebastian, I don't know if we answered your question, but if you're going to try that shit up in Montreal, watch yourself.
All right, thank you.
All right. Take care, eh?
It's hard to, when you have the conversation about it, if you could actually hear Louis' side of it or talk about it or them talk about it, then you could actually make an actual intelligent decision on what happened. But I definitely don't think he shouldn't
That's
have
what
had
courtrooms are for.
Harvey Weinstein actions happened to Louis because, look at the guy came out immediately. It was just like blanketly, look, I'm not going to try to say anything. I'm sorry to all these women. I'm sorry to everybody. And there you go. And everybody left him. Everybody walked away from him. And everything's gone.
But you know why that is, and I keep bringing this point up. People seem to forget when we're talking Louis and Harvey. When you're talking Hollywood and show business,
Yeah.
it's run by feminists. You understand? Even the guys who run it, most of the guys, are fucking feminist, or they pretend to be.
That's the one thing is,
you understand though?
Well, because they keep saying that every meeting that I've taken has been with women and gay men.
I told you that.
And-
That happened to me 15 years ago.
And I'm fine with that. It's like great, but it's like I very rarely walk into a room with a guy like you or Colin.
They don't exist in Hollywood.
Well, they do. I mean, look, Serpico and Saletti and Leary do. I mean, it's very rare though that you run into that.
That's what I'm saying. As a matter of fact, so funny you bring that up. Put down the goddamn
I'm
phone.
shutting my fucking flashlight went on for no reason. You got ghosts in this house because we live in nowhere.
Playing with his phone like a 14-year-old black kid.
I'm trying to shut my fucking flashlight went on for no reason.
Can you focus? I put fucking some Dramamine in your
fucking old Dutch lady that used to own this place who died here just turned my flashlight on.
Old Dutch lady was fucking priest.
She's buried in your ceiling. Her hair's hanging out of by that pipe.
I have some Brillo pad sticking through the pipe. It keeps the mice from falling onto my soup.
Oh. Ratatouille?
Oh my God! I get fucking Shecky Green up in this motherfucker.
Hey.
But could I grab this microphone? I'd beat your brains out with it because that's what she deserves. That's what she deserves.
He's dying. Is he dead?
Who, Manson?
He's in the hospital. He's dying.
I heard that like fucking year ago. I don't know.
Not today, I think.
Today they showed him on ABC News doing one-arm push-ups.
No, he's dying today. I think he's going to die soon.
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah? What?
Huh?
Charles Manson?
Ah, please, he got railroaded.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He really did. I say that kiddingly. But in today's world, again, you talk about different standards. He didn't do a fucking thing. Didn't lift a finger. He brainwashed those people. He would not today. He would not have done the fucking life sentence. But I'm glad he did. Anyways, Linda Kasabian had quite an ass on her. We'll be back right after this.
The Nick DiPaolo Show will return in a few minutes.
Hey guys, you've heard of the company Ring, right? Ring's mission is to make neighborhoods safer. Today, over 1 million people use it. It's kind of relevant. I mean,
well, it is.
Yeah, final segment on a Thursday night. The great Robert Kelly joining us. And trying to keep up to date on the sexual harassment and attacks and allegations. And now, you just showed me something during the break, Robert. Something about Trump now. I was waiting for this shoe to drop. What was it?
Well, please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm reading this that Trump it's from Scott Dworkin.
What, on Twitter? Is this a Twitter?
It's on Twitter. It's a woman accusing Trump. Trump started kissing me open mouth as he was pulling me towards him. I tried to push him away. I pushed his chest, put space between us, and I said, "Come on, man, get real." He repeated my words back to me, "Get real," as he began thrusting his genitals. Summer Zervos. This is on CNN, I guess.
Of course. Where else?
This is she's accusing Trump of
what? Trying to kiss her hard?
Pumping his genitals, his wide birthing hips.
When did this happen?
Him and my
what
Aunt
year?
Peggy have the same hips.
What year?
I don't know. It was just posted right now on Twitter. I'm sorry.
It's kind of relevant. I mean,
well, it is. I mean, that's the president.
Saying it happened in Asia, fucking yesterday.
Here,
or,
no, that's a blonde. No, you know his type. Come on.
I'm just saying. Was this in 1980s? I mean,
It
like that
happened
shit
in,
didn't go on every night with him. You know, a billionaire, all the club scene in fucking New York. I mean, come on.
It is weird. It's like, do you have to go back through your whole past and you know, for doing creepy stuff? No, not sexually attacking women or rape.
A couple weeks ago.
Of course, but I mean, do you go back? I mean, how far do you go back? I mean, I've done a lot of stupid stuff. I think everybody has, even women, has done stuff that they didn't want to do or kind of regret or whatever. But that's how you learn. That forms who you are, forms your values. Because you do some, I don't like that. I don't want to do that again.
Well, that's what I'm trying to point out to you. But see, now we're trying to have somebody's values forced on us. The fucking feminist values.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
There's no difference in gender, Robert, so there should be no blah. Well, then start pursuing men. Start pursuing. You want to fuck a guy, you do to make the first move.
Yeah.
And we'll hold you accountable if you get too fucking aggressive. Is that the world you want to live in? It's fucking bullshit. Not all of it's bullshit, but a lot of it is. They're trying to make it a sterile world. If you're from the fucking left, you want to live in the the fucking Department of Motor Vehicles. That's the perfect atmosphere. Cold, fucking nobody gives a shit about anybody. Don't look anybody in the eye. That's what they want. And again, it's usually unattractive women who head up these fucking groups. Nobody would stick a finger in them, and now they're fucking pissed about it and taking it out on you.
I'm sorry. Do you have a Tums?
That was his reply. You fucking nice roast beef burp.
Chicken cutlet with squash mashed potatoes. Hello, it's fall.
Paul has a comment on the Stallone situation in the porn movie. Paul, what's up? How are you?
Good. Hey, no, Stallone was in porn before the movies back in the 70s.
Yeah.
He made 2 or 3 movies is all he did, but his stage name was Italian Stallion.
Right.
That's why he was always Stallion. I says for Button Dick there in Georgia, whatever, it's just now. It ain't happening, you know?
All right. So, I don't want to argue with this for a segment about Button Dick versus.
But no, that's what
God damn it! I know he has a big cock.
His stage name was Italian Stallion.
All right, Paul.
You do that on Google.
Hey, Paul,
your phone's breaking up. Thank you.
Paul, do you smoke at all?
He's fucking calling us from a fucking hang glider.
I don't want to, I like to talk, but I have a bloody tumor stuck in my larynx.
Now my ass is starting to hurt. I forgot to take the fucking 19 Advil.
I think Stallone had a big dick. Let's just weigh in on that. He had a big dick.
So did Adrian. I mean, who gives a shit? It's a dangerous situation.
Adrian.
Let's go. Carlo in New York has a comment about the Louis situation.
Finally, a good Irish guy.
Absolutely. Carlo, que pasa, man?
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Carlo, remember the good old days when all you had to worry about was the Puerto Rican Day Parade?
No, man, I'm originally from Montreal. I'm just trucking through New York. I'm on the 87 now. I'm coming up the Ramapo. I think it's where they whacked Adriana when they found out she was a snitch. That's where they brought her to whack her.
Yeah, Ramapo. You're right.
Ramapo.
Fucking right. But listen, I was reading an article, and it was somewhere on Google, and the reason those 2 girls stayed in the room with Louis C.K. is because they were going to leave, but he blocked the door with his body and continued to jack off to completion while blocking the door. That's why they stayed. You can look it up, so it'll be somewhere floating around online. But
well, there was a couple of them. Well, no, I think you might be conflating 2 stories. One of them he did block them, but there was one with 2 girls just stayed, right? I thought.
Did he block the door?
On one of them, didn't he?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
See, this is the stuff
he
that we
did.
don't know.
He did.
Carlos saying he did. He read that. He say he did.
But you don't read just because you read it somewhere doesn't mean it's true. I don't.
No. But if Louis said it in the article,
I don't think in the I don't think in that article that came out.
Right.
There's not one person that said he blocked the door. There's actually somebody who says he didn't. There was one girl that said he didn't block the door. He didn't hold me there. That's what I read. I did not read that he blocked the door in the New York Times article.
It was the one with two. There was two chicks in the room, and he asked, and they gave like a sarcastic way, and then when he started, is the one where they offered him some.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't remember the story being where he blocked the door. But maybe you're right.
Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. But I know it was somewhere out there. But
okay.
Nico, I love the show, man. Take it easy, brother.
Thanks. Drive safe.
I don't remember reading that, because if my mother read he blocked the door, she would not be on his side. You start blocking people from leaving, that's assault.
Well,
that's a different story.
I do remember it. That does sound familiar.
I think because I think it came out. I think
or is that Harvey Weinstein?
No, I think
blocked the door.
I think what happened. See, this is what happens.
I know.
With this stuff.
I know.
People take stuff and they don't. Even my wife read the story, and then when she was explaining it back to me, I was like, "Honey, that what you just said."
That's what you said to your wife. That's what I did you on that rock when I met you. Remember where the cotton candy and the onion ring?
It was yogurt, no Jimmy's. But yeah, she. I don't think that happened. I think that read the article again. Now I'm gonna have to read the article again because you do forget.
Right.
And it was such a shoddy article, anyways.
Which article are you talking about?
The Times article.
New York Times.
That's the one that you should read.
Well, I did read that. I read that first, but there's a bunch of other shit that comes out. I read that too.
I think he's thinking of something that came out a long time ago, and someone actually came out and said that did not happen. I believe that's not true. There's one girl that actually said that he did not do that to me, and he did not hold me in the room. I believe.
Okay, maybe a girl did say that, but there might have been another story where I don't remember it either. Amanda wants to comment on my theory about women making the first move. Hello, Amanda. Nice to have a woman on the show.
Hey. How you doing tonight, Nick?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm a new listener. I really enjoy your perspective on a lot of things. And frankly, this whole woman making a first move, I really enjoy it because I think all this shit on the radio is getting pretty ridiculous about how all these women are coming out, and you can't even touch a girl on the arm without getting an assault charge or something like that. You can't make the first move, so I think it's a good time to flip the script and maybe see what these ladies want for a chance.
So you like this, and I'm not, and I'm sure the women in their 20s that do a lot of times probably compared to when I was in my 20s, they do pursue guys, but not. I'm sorry, Robert Kelly's making me laugh. He's sitting there like fucking Colonel Kurtz with a headset on. He looked like he'd be folding sweaters at the Gap with that headset and that fucking mouthpiece. So you like my theory that, and again, like I said, I know women. A lot of women brag that I pursue God, but I let's flip the script, right?
But I do have a comment. What do you think about women being too aggressive? Like, isn't there sort of a double standard when a girl tries to hit on a guy and then they're like, they don't like that or something because they don't, guys, they're so used to being in that dominant role? What do you think about that?
No, I'd say most normal guys, a woman could never be too aggressive. If the girl's attractive, and let's say they're at a bar and the guy would like her attention, and she comes off, she could do it. She could grab his balls, and he's not going to go, hey.
It's called chemistry, thoh, too.
It's called saving $200 a margarita is what it's called.
It's chemistry. As an adult or as a sane human being, when a girl you might like is forward with you, you're okay with it. When a girl you don't like is forward with you, you're like, hey, I got to go. So that's it. It doesn't matter. I mean, you like to be forward with guys. Is that what you're saying? You like to be the aggressor?
She's saying she likes my idea of girls being the aggressor.
I think she is, too. She likes doing it, right?
I do like to be a little
Okay, I'm going to be at the Yonkers Comedy Club the 13th of December. Why don't you come down and sit in the front row?
Why? Because she's calling from L.A., you dink.
I'm going to be there on the 17th. No, I'm flying out tomorrow.
Okay, I'll see you then.
All right. You like chubby guys?
So,
who are
yeah,
married?
so... All right, Amanda. Thank you. Call again.
Sweet.
I usually ask height and weight, but we only have 3 callers a week that are female.
I think. Look,
might as well.
But a lot of women are aggressors. A lot of women like sex. Women like sex too. Women like.
Well, nobody's arguing that point, dummy.
Yeah, but the thing is, Nick, is like how. Okay, how do you get to know? How am I supposed to get to know?
That's my whole point with this. If they fucking,
how am I going to get to yes or no?
That's my point. Let them have the burden now.
Okay.
Let them have the burden.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Let's see what they do about it.
Yeah.
And most of them won't.
Yeah.
It'll be a cold, sexless world, which is what the ugly, mustachio, fucking far-left feminist douchebags want. They want a sexless world because they got no sex themselves because they have the same haircut as me since they were in 7th grade. And that's what they want. Your thoughts, Robert Kelly?
I think it's going to backfire on them. I really do. Because my mother, my wife, that type of woman, the women, real women.
From different generations ago.
But even this generation,
yes,
women, the majority of women are going to be like, you guys are fucking nuts. You're ruining it. Well, we want to be treated fairly. We want.
Wait a minute, you're saying your mother and wife would say that today's feminists?
I'm saying that regular women. Today's feminists, these far left, are ruining it.
Yes, a lot
for
of
themselves. Because now women,
not for themselves, for women like your mother and your wife.
Let me just finish the thought. For themselves, because they're exposing themselves for being crazy.
Well, that's the start.
Do you understand what I'm saying? They're exposing themselves for being crazy. They were standing amongst all women, and women are like, yeah. And now you're exposing yourself for being a fucking lunatic.
I've known that forever. Fucking Gloria Steinem was a fucking vile twat. Seriously. What they fucking... you speak for a lot of women who think the feminists ruined it.
I want to show you something right now, and it's my vagina. I'm a woman... My uncle's calling me. Sean Dolan. He's a cop at Tufts University. Bobby, you coming in for Comics? I need 7 tickets.
Sean what?
Sean Dolan. My uncle. A great guy.
A cop at Tufts.
Tufts University.
I almost played football there. I didn't have the great... It's a fucking killer school to get into.
It's a
medical school.
You know who went there?
Vic Gatto wanted me to go there.
Love Vic. Good guy. No.
Do you know Vic Gatto?
No, of course not. Noam Dworman went there.
He didn't go there.
Sure he did.
I thought he said he wanted to go there.
He did go there.
He went to Tufts?
Yeah.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah, because I used to, when I was drinking and drugging, I used to go down and burn down the soccer poles once a week.
What a pain in the ass you were.
Oh, we were. And then they made him into steel, and we stole a car, and we were going to go run him over. The last second, my friend Mikey O grabbed the wheel.
Oh, Mikey O, what a fucking piece of work he was.
Bobby, Southern Comfort. I'll swip down a half a pint with one sip. Caps are for kids, baby.
No, not this fucking time. No fucking way, no fucking way, no fucking way, no fucking way, mate.
Let's go to Gene in North Jersey. Gene, how are you?
Hey, good, guys. How are you?
Pretty good.
I'm just wondering, like, how much time are we going to give these accusers to come forward? I just heard someone say the other day, Dustin Hoffman grabbed my ass in 1986.
I know.
Everybody was grabbing ass back then. It's just,
I know.
It's just a little much. I mean, there's some legitimate cases out there, but then they're just, I don't know. Well, what do you guys think?
I know. Isn't that what the fucking statute of limitations is for? Can't they put a fucking hard, fast number on things that involve
it's only
sex?
about 5 years, but let's go back 30 years while we're at it.
It's probably different in every state, right?
But they're not looking for criminal charges. They're looking to take away his credibility.
No.
You can do that now, anytime with social media.
Exactly.
It's terrible.
That's why I don't buy into it.
And we've entered the whole, guilty till proven innocent phase now, where you just name the name and he's guilty. You did it.
Yep.
Well, yeah, it's an anti-male world we're living in right now, okay? And the feminist fucking whores are running the show.
I know.
How about Terry Crews on national TV
Thank
saying,
you, Gene.
saying, I just got accosted by a man, grabbed my junk in front of Terry Crews. The actor, Terry Crews, big black guy.
Yeah, and he get grabbed by who?
Grabbed by a male producer manager in Hollywood, big guy. Grabbed his junk at a party.
Yeah.
His tongue. And he was like, what are you doing? Sexually assaulted him on TV, telling everybody. Not one person gives a fuck about it.
I blame Terry Crews for not knocking him the fuck out. Right there. At some point, you got to weigh your career against your fucking integrity.
True. There you go, right there.
At that point, you got to go, hey, how bad do I want to be in the movies? This guy just stuck his tongue in my... I'm going to fucking KO him. Dry gulch the motherfucker.
Dry gulch.
And then fucking lay hot top for a living. I don't give a shit. You want to be in a fucking shithole like Hollywood? Getting corned in the ass so you can play a Christmas tree in the background?
That's how I got into the cellar.
But could I grab this microphone? I beat your brains out with it because that's what she deserves. That's what she deserves.
But that's a valid point, right, Bobby? At some point, you gotta go, hey.
It is, but my point is that if people care so much about sexual harassment, here's a guy saying I was sexually. Nobody gives a fuck. Not one person is helping this guy.
Well, the LGBT community will get behind Terry, I'm sure, and straighten things out. Huh?
Oh.
Frank in the Bronx wants to talk something.
Bobby.
Kelly.
What's up, kid? How you doing, dude?
How you doing, Bobby?
I'm good, buddy.
You didn't never tell Nick the stories when you were living in that house when you were a kid.
You told me the story.
Weren't you touched when you were a kid?
Hey, who wasn't?
Who wasn't, you weirdo?
No, I mean, Bobby, I thought you were...
Well, you weren't touched, you friggin'... What are you, gay? You weren't touched?
You know, I fucking hate the way you make me fucking ride you. Now get the fuck out of here.
I love when he said that. I fucking love him.
What happened in your house?
Bobby, I could have sworn you said like you had a stepfather or something. Or maybe I'm...
Oh, my stepfather used to beat me, not sexually. He hit me. And mentally abused, stupid, dummy, shut the hell up, and then would punch me and do stuff like that.
Yeah,
it was
not
not
like
sexual.
they had it coming. The pictures I saw, the way you dressed and shit.
That was kind of hot. No, it wasn't sexual. He didn't do anything. I would never even. No, absolutely not. He never sexually did anything to me.
I was beat up when I was a kid by my grandfather on like a daily basis. Not physically sometimes, but mentally every single day of my life.
Yeah.
You should press charges. Dig him up and press charges against him, Frank.
I kind of did what I had to do to get over it. We were
well, fill us in, will you? That sounds interesting.
Well, what I did was I went to some help. I went to talk to some people, and I had to go to his thing, and I had to like come clean. I took a shit on his graveyard. I was crazy.
Right. I picked up I picked up a hatchet in sixth grade and chased that cocksucker down in the backyard.
You chased who? Your stepdad?
Yeah.
Your stepdad?
Yeah.
With a hatchet?
Yeah, it was a knife. First a knife, then a hatchet. Yeah.
Yeah, he deserves it, that cocksucker.
I mean, look, man, I have a kid now, and I understand how hard it is to discipline a kid without, we can't hit him anymore. I don't yell at my kid either, and it's very hard to do. But
you don't yell at him either? You're going to be okay, and you don't hit him?
I don't. I don't have to.
You don't, huh?
I really don't.
Well, that's you know what? That's what the millennial parents said.
No, I'm not raising a douchebag either.
I love it.
Really not. You don't. I swear to God. I can say to my kid, I'm going to count to 5.
First of all, you can't count to 5, but go ahead.
I get to 4. I don't have to. I can only get to 4. I'm bluffing. He doesn't know that.
Bobby, I
hope you pop another roid out, you cocksucker.
Bobby.
Oh,
So you don't hit him, you don't yell at him. What do you do?
You don't have to.
I used to get thrown in a tub of bleach.
And now look at us. We're in a basement.
Making a good living.
I just say to my kid, I go, hey, I'm counting to 5. Get over it. I go 1, 2, and he's over here. It's psychological. He's trying to manipulate you. He doesn't have words. You know more about your children now.
All right.
I'm serious.
Well, I'm just saying a whole generation grew up like that, not being yelled at, not being slapped, and they're spoiled rotten fucks. A lot of.
I don't. But my kid, he has consequences though, Nick. A consequence.
What do you do? Take away his motorcycle?
No. Okay. So he has a movie night tonight, right?
Yes.
So he did one thing tonight. One thing. There's no hey blah blah blah. I go, you do that again, no movie. Did it again, no movie. Cried, fucked up, sad. Hour later was great. Can I get the movie? Nope, you can't get it, buddy. I'm so sorry. I made him go through regret. I made him go through a consequence, got to the other side of it, worked it out, still didn't get it, what he wanted.
Right.
Now he goes
making my point for me.
No, but it's not making your point for you because now he knows that he doesn't get what he wants. There's consequences in fucking
Even
life.
if he wakes up tomorrow and still bust your balls about the movie?
I'll take it away again.
Let me play devil's advocate. After the first time he whined when you said no, I would get cracked in the side of the head, and I wouldn't have fucking had to jump through another hoop. That would have been it.
Now, you don't have to do it. I swear to God.
I know. I'm fucking half kidding.
I'm telling you, you don't.
I know. All right. Hey, thanks for the call, Frankie.
That's the problem, is that kids got fucking the shit kicked out of them, and then they went so far the other way.
That's right.
That it was ridiculous.
That's exactly right. The pendulum has to fucking, there's somewhere in the middle.
Because I know people, I sit there and I go to these
You're a
things.
good father. I've seen you,
I
actually.
sit there and the kids, they give the kids whatever they want.
Yeah.
They cry, they fucking they do these wrong, and they just keep giving them the shit, and there's no consequence. There's nothing except what they want. Those are the shit kids.
You gonna have any more?
Fuck no.
How many you got now?
I got one that I know of. The other one,
sounds like you might be getting some fucking charges against you.
All right, relax. I'm not famous enough.
Some waitress from fucking Uncle Funny's in Davie, Florida going, hey, he stuck an ice cream in my
come
ass.
get the $200 in my savings account. You can have it. I live in a 3-bedroom ranch. No basement, no attic.
All right. Oh, goodness. So, Max is how old now?
4.5.
4.5.
Gorgeous kid.
He is a gorgeous kid.
Yeah,
Dawn's a fucking good-looking woman. I don't know. And
relax.
It's a fucking compliment.
I know, but I don't like when a hot guy from Peabody compliments my...
Why do you always throw me into Peabody? Why do you do that?
Are you from Danvers?
You know where I'm from.
You're from Ipswich.
Ipswich.
You're from the apple picking.
And you blew it!
Fucking Danvers.
You blew it!
The square one, dude. Meet down the square one.
Somebody sent me a picture of the billboard on 128 Peabody right near the mall of me up on the fucking billboard.
Oh, no shit.
Because you did the Cabot already.
Yeah, I love the
Nice
Cabot.
place.
What a great...
It looks like a beautiful place.
Buddy.
You know I grew up less than a mile from there, right?
That little town, by the way, don't eat dinner.
Beverly's a city, by the way. It's not a little town.
I mean, it's not... Dude, New York's a fucking city.
No, Beverly's a city, too. Go ahead.
Buddy, come on. You fucking walk the whole city and fucking...
All right, don't talk
it.
to me like I'm from Burlington, Vermont. I know the fucking difference.
Listen, Montgomery. I
got to give the plugs out.
Sorry,
What do we
go
got?
ahead.
About a minute there, Jake?
Do you think?
Coming up, I got to get the plugs in.
Thanks for having me on.
Go see Robert Kelly tomorrow night at the TD Garden. Comics Come Home. That's Dennis Larry's gig. He blows the place up. He did it last year. And catch his podcast. You know what, dude? On Riotcast. All his dates. Go to robertkellylive.com. See him at Hot Comedy Club December 13th at the Ridge
Hill Mall.
Mall in Yonkers. Come see me tomorrow night at the Carey Memorial Hall in Lexington, Massachusetts. The next night, the Cabot Theater in Beverly, Mass. December 8th and 9th, I'll be at Helium Comedy Club in Buffalo. New Year's Eve, Ha Comedy Club, a different one on Central Ave in Yonkers. That's right, on New Year's Eve. A nice local gig. I haven't worked New Year's Eve. Robert Kelly, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. Hope your ass
Seriously.
feels better, buddy.
Oh, it will. I'm going to go jump in a hot tub right now. Jake, nice job. Palumbo, love you. Thank you, callers. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Take care of yourselves.